Bitterly disappointing end to the season. Altrincham have lost by 3 goals to 0. We've got manager Lee Sinnott with us. 4-2 on aggregate against Brackley Town. Lee, to be fair, 3-0 was probably about right today.
Yeah, you would say it was a fair result. It's hard for me to say. I mean, obviously being the manager of the team, looking at all the supporters as well, 300 or 400, I don't know. I'm just bringing something out there, out the air. You know, the effort that they've made to come down. And if I'm honest, Brian, and we know it anyway in the dressing room because we had a good chat. We didn't turn up today. It's not that we didn't want to. Do you know what I mean? We wanted to go through. Of course we did. And you know, we feel. Really sad because of obviously the supporters' contribution as well. But yeah, we didn't turn up today, and you've got to say that Brackley deserved to go through to the final.
And that's the thing in the playoffs, it can turn on a few minutes or a bad half, and certainly for 90 minutes so we've been beaten by the better side. And Brackley got off to a fantastic start. Jefferson Lewis scored a good goal from their point of view, a bad goal from our point of view defensively, but that's given them the start that they just needed, and all of a sudden it's level. Well,
of course, yeah. I mean, although both goals were finished very well, the first 2 goals, we contributed to our own downfall. There's no doubt about that. You know, they started this game like they started the previous one. We just didn't get going, Brian, and that is disappointment for us all to bear. You know, from the management and coaching staff and the players. You know that, and we had a good chat, like I said, after the game. We will learn from this, and when we come back to pre-season training, early June, late June time. Early July, late June time. We will use this as a motivational tool. I mean, we have made good strides this season. But in the last game that we have played, then you know, we haven't done ourselves justice. So you know, we'll have a good think about things in the close season.
I could hear a little bit of your half-time team talk from the gents next door, actually, and you certainly weren't a happy man, understandably. But we actually did get a little bit of reaction early on and went very close with Carl Rogers. If that had gone in, might have been different.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I'm a lot louder than that sometimes. So I mean, I don't know if I was being loud, but it was just to try to get a reaction from the players that you didn't want them to be the rabbits in the headlights, and I thought that was the case in the first half. And yes, we came out a little bit more perky in the second half, but I think the underriding factors were still there, weren't they? They were just, you know, maybe waiting to service. You know, it wasn't our day today. We didn't get a grip in the game, and we didn't get hold of Brackley. I'll be totally honest about that. But that doesn't mean that we can't grow from it and become stronger from it.
Brackley had some heroes all over the pitch, but probably none more so than Jefferson Louis. He's a big unit of a man, and when he's on form, he's a big problem.
He is, if you let him dictate to you. And Scott Leather, in the cold light of day, will have learned a lot from today. I had a quick word with him afterwards in the dressing room. Scott has made great progress as well. I do believe that centre half will be his position, but I remember when I was 19 in the centre half, and I've come across big units like Lewis Jefferson, and you have to think your way around the problem. And if you come across somebody who's more physical than you or stronger than you don't get in a tussle with them. You play a little bit foxy. If somebody's faster than you, you've got to accommodate for that, or a skill issue, you have to accommodate for that as well. And hopefully we'll have learnt from that today that you know, sometimes you have to box clever with people like that. And I just thought, in a way, he had the run of the park a little bit too much for my liking.
And Brackley, certainly they might have a few things to do off the pitch, but on the pitch they look a really good side. A lot of experience there and some very good players. Yeah, most certainly. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from him. I thought for a spell in the first game, later on in the game, I thought we gave their defence probably the biggest examination that they'd had in the 2 games, whereas we didn't do that today. They were comfortable. There's a lot of experience there. They were setting the positions and they weren't dragged about enough for my liking. Whereas in that 25 minutes in the second half at home, I thought we were starting to drag them about and they looked uncomfortable. But we couldn't manage to do that today, and you know, that's you know, probably why you know, we didn't register that many efforts on goal, did we? And obviously didn't get a goal. As you said, we've made great strides this season, and we can look forward to next season with the basis of a really strong team and squad here. And hopefully perhaps next season we can do something that we haven't managed to do in the first 2 seasons, which is make a charge for the title. It's got away from us very early on, first couple of months of the season, but I'm sure you'll be getting out of the blocks from August and hoping that we can get right to the top of the table in the first 10 or 15 games.
Well, that's what everybody looks to do, isn't it, Brian? I mean, we'll have a recap. We'll
we'll step back, have a think in the close season of what we need to look at to improve us. You know what this league's like; it's unpredictable. Maybe Chester may have been more obvious this season, making a charge, and which they continued. But if you look at the year before with Hyde, nobody saw that one coming. So it's going to be that case at the beginning of next season. You've got the clubs coming down from the conference, haven't you? So we can only look to improve our model. And as long as we can do that, hopefully we can, start making our presence known. That's probably a better way of describing it in the race for the title, maybe.
And finally, Lee, let's not forget we've had some wonderful performances this season, some great moments, some fantastic goals, and some great individual efforts as well. So lots and lots of memories, and I think 2012-13 will go down as a good season for Altrincham Football Club.
Well, you want your club to make progress. Now, everybody's going to have different opinions on that. But I mean, if you look at the boxes that we've ticked compared to last season, with the points total, the goals scored, the goal difference, there's many things to look at. I think we have made progress. I think the players have made progress, but we're obviously not the finished article. We're always looking to improve our module, like I've said. So that's the way we'll let the dust settle for a couple of days. I'll have a sit down with Graham and Neil, and we'll think about what we're going to try and do to make us, like I said, a better squad, for next season.
Okay, Lee Sinnott, thank you very much. Well, that's it for the season. I'm afraid it's ended on a disappointing note, but there's been some great games, some great times this season. I'm afraid it's ending with the Brackley fans singing. They're going into the final against Halifax a week on Sunday. We'll be back next season on Alti TV. Thanks to Lee Sinnott, thanks to Altrincham Football Club for a great year.